it's Brianna, and sorry we've been kind of MIA. Is that the word? Gone for so long. I just started classes this last week, and safe to say it's kind of crazy, and I'm taking anatomy and all that fun stuff. So, yeah. And quite honestly, I haven't felt like doing videos for a couple weeks just because I didn't feel like doing it. And, yeah, about 2 weeks ago on Instagram, I posted that I was going to do a bookshelf tour either that week or the next week, which didn't happen because I started class. And, yeah, so I'm going to do my long overdue bookshelf tour. I'm not gonna go through every book and show you all the covers and stuff because I don't have time to do that. But, in the future, probably during the summer, I'll do a more, like, detailed bookshelf tour where I'll actually show you every cover. But, as you can see, the way I have my bookshelf set up, I don't want to have to completely destroy the way I have it set up because, as you can tell, it took me a long time to do it. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show you now. Okay, so here's an overview of my bookshelves. I have them set up fairly, I do it by genre, except for the top two shelves, because those are like my favorite shelves, and ignore my hamper and trash can and minion and stuff, but this is the best I can get it. But, yeah, so the first shelf up here is my little Twilight shrine. I'm never going to take it down. I refuse to, because it's just Twilight, and that's the only excuse I have. My second shelf has the Vampire Academy, the Hunger Games, the Mortal Instruments, the Infernal Devices. So those are like my most popular series, I guess you would say. And then moving down here, these are my vampire book. These are my vampire books, which I'll talk about more in a minute. Over here is a continuation of more vampire books. This consists mainly of like paranormal books, like obviously vampires and witches and werewolves and stuff. So then moving down here, I think I labeled them as kind of fantasy / romance, paranormal type books, science fiction, those kinds of books, as you can see. And then moving over here, quite honestly, I think these are like my angels over here, and then my horror stuff, and then series, I don't know. And then moving down here, I have, you can't see because there's some candles and stuff, my fantasy books, mostly paperback. Oh, okay, those are fantasy books, hardback, with my angel books and stuff. Okay, and these are my other fantasy books, and then over on the right side is the start of my dystopian shelves or whatever. And then over here is my dystopian shelves. And sorry about the lighting, it's extremely bad. I can't really do much about it. But yes, this is my dystopian shelf. And then the bottom two shelves, which are here and here, are my contemporary books. I didn't realize I had so many contemporary. And on this shelf right here are my historical fiction books. I don't have very many to have like its own shelf, so I guess it's closely related to contemporary, so that's where I put it. So let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the books I own. Alright, so first we have the Twilight, New Moon, and Eclipse, the official illustrated movie companions. Next we have, I think these two are the People Edition Twilight little things. The first one's for Twilight, the second one's for New Moon. This is just a Twilight magazine that they came out with that I just had to have. Next we have Twilight, the Director's Notebook. Then we have The Short Life of Bree Tanner. And then Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer. Yeah, everyone knows what that series is. And then we have my movie edition things, whatever. Vampire Academy series by Rochelle Mead. I have them in a weird order. So this is Bloodlines, which is the companion series to the Vampire Academy. First book is Vampire Academy, second book is Frostbite, third book is Shadow Kiss, fourth book is Blood Promise, fifth book is Spiritbound, and the last book is Last Sacrifice. Over here we have the Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins. The first book is The Hunger Games, second book is Catching Fire, and the third book is Mockingjay. And then, over here in the corner, I have my DVD copy of it. We have The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. The first book is City of Bones. Second book is City of Ashes. And then down here is the third book, which is City of Glass. Fourth book is City of Fallen Angels. Fifth book is City of Lost Souls. And then up here is The Infernal Devices, which I have it in a different order, so it starts up here. The first book is Clockwork Angel. Second book is Clockwork Prince, and the third book is Clockwork Princess. Alright, then moving on over here, we have the House of Night series by Kirsten and PC Cast. The first book is Marked, second book is Betrayed, third book is Chosen, which is honestly, I think, my favorite and the most memorable out of the series. Book 4 is Untamed, fifth book is Hunted, sixth book is Tempted, seventh book is Burned, and the eighth book is Awakened. The Thirst series by Christopher Pike. I actually don't know the actual names of the books. It's just numbered 1, 2, and 3. I think they're bind-ups, I believe, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to pull out all the books and then have to put them all back. But, yes. And then over here we have the Vampire Diaries series by L.J. Smith. And then the first two books are over here, just because that's where I could put them. So the first book is The Awakening and the Struggle. The second is The Fury and Dark Reunion. We move over here. The third book is The Return, Volume 1, Nightfall. The fourth book is Volume 2, Shadow of Souls. Down here is the fifth book, which is Volume 3, Midnight. And then they made a companion series or a continuation of the series. I don't even know. And then it's called Volume 1 Phantom, and then the Stefan's Diaries thing, which producers, I can't remember their names, but their last names are Williamson and Pleck, but they helped write Stefan's Diaries, and the first book is Origins, the second book is Bloodlust. Sydney's Vampire Diaries freshman year, and the second book is sophomore and junior years. This is by Lori Allison. And then we have The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. And then moving over here, we have the True Blood series by Charlene Harris, or known as the Sookie Stackhouse series. The first book is Dead Until Dark. Second book is Living Dead in Dallas. Third book is Club Dead. Fourth book is Dead to the World. Fifth book is Dead as a Doornail. Sixth book is Definitely Dead. Seventh book is Altogether Dead. Eighth book is From Dead to Worse. This is a box set of them, the mass paperback editions. And then I went ahead and got the ninth book, which is Dead and Gone. We have the 10th book in hardback, and of course that has to be the tall hardback. It's Dead in the Family. I hate how I have the mass paperback for the first 9 books, and then the tall hardback. I have the two novellas to the Blue Blood series. The first book is The Keys to the Repository, and you can't see it because there's a glare, but it's Bloody Valentine. And then we have the Vampire Kisses series, and this is the bind-up of the first 3 books, which is The Vampire Kisses, Kissing Coffins, and Vampireville. Book 4 is Dance with the Vampire. 5th book is The Coffin Club. 6th book is Royal Blood. 7th book is Love Bites. 8th book is Cryptic Cravings. I've read the 9th book, which is the final book in the series, and it's, I believe, Immortal Hearts. And down here is another vampire series, and it's the Blue Blood series by as I've said, Melissa De La Cruz. The first book is Blue Blood, second book is Masquerade, third is Revelations, fourth is Van Allen, Legacy, fifth book is Misguided Angel. I think there's 6 books in this series, I think. And then over here we have Shadow Falls, The Beginning, which is the bind-up of the first 2 books by C.C. Hunter, which is Born at Midnight and Awake at Dawn. And then we have Ink by Amanda Sun, and then an art copy of Season of the Witch by, I think it's Mariah Fredericks. We have, I can't remember if it's actually called the White Cat series or trilogy by Holly Black, but we're going to go with that. The first book is White Cat, second book is Red Glove. Down here we have Kisses from Hell, which is, I guess, a story written by many authors, and it's PC or Kristen Cass, I can't remember. Alison Noel, Kelly Armstrong, and Rochelle Mead. I don't know who this last author is. The last name is Block. I don't know. And then we have Slade by Amanda Maroney and Uninvited by Amanda Maroney. Down here we have The Fledgling's Handbook 101 by PC Cast, which is for the House of Night series. I have Evernight by Claudia Gray, Once in a Full Moon by Ellen Schreiber, Hemlock by Kathleen Peacock. Down here we have The Secret Circle, which is The Initiation and the Captive, Part 1 by L.J. Smith. And then we have The Darkest Powers trilogy by Kelly Armstrong. First book is The Summoning, the second book is The Awakening. Down here we have Nightshade by Andrea Kramer. And then over here in the corner we have The Complete Tales and Poems of Edgar Allan Poe. This is the Barnes & Noble leather-bound special, whatever you want to call it, edition. Alright, and then moving down here I have The Gathering by Kelly Armstrong, The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, which is book 1 by Michelle Hodkin, and then I am currently reading The Evolution of Mara Dyer, and it's absolutely amazing. And then down here I have Tempest by Julie Cross, 359 by Gretchen McNeil, Die For Me by Amy Plum, and Tiger's Curse, which is the first book in, I guess, the Tiger's Curse saga or something. I don't know. By Colleen Hook. Moving over here, I have These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. This is an art copy that I received from a friend here on YouTube. Here I have Dark Visions, which is a bind-up of The Strange Power, The Possessed, and The Passion by L.J. Smith. I have the Immortal series, which doesn't get very good reviews. Honestly, I've never heard a single good thing about this series, but when I did read it like 4 or 5 years ago, I really enjoyed it, so I might be like the only person on this planet that actually likes it. But the first book is Evermore, second book is Blue Moon, third book is Shadowland, fourth book is Dark Flame, fifth book is Night Star, and the last book is Everlasting. Ever, who is the main character's little sister named Riley, her story, and the first book is Radiance. I can't remember if I've read it or not. Moving over, I have my copy of The Host by Stephanie Meyer, The Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I have it in a weird order. So the first book is Obsidian, second book is Onyx, third book is Opal, and fourth book is Origin. Here I have I can't remember what the name of this series is called, or by Victoria Scott. The Collector, which is book 1, The Liberator, which is book 2, and then right here I have Unraveling by Elizabeth Norris. Right here I have Virals by Kathy Reaches, I don't know. And then these are all my angel type books, I guess. I don't know if you would consider that angels. Anyway, I think this is the Halo trilogy. I don't know the exact name for the trilogy, maybe it's that. But I have Halo, which is book 1, and book 2, which is Hades. This is by Alexandra Edorneto. Sorry if I said that wrong, that's probably really wrong. Next, I have Unearthly by Cynthia Hand. Next, I have the wonderful Penryn and the End of Days series, trilogy. I think it's a series. First book is Angel Fall. Second book is World After by Susan E. Next, I have the Sweet Evil trilogy, Yeah, I think it's the Sweet Evil trilogy. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, first book is Sweet Evil. Second book is Sweet Peril. They're by Wendy Higgins. And over here, I have the Lunar Chronicles, Cinder, which is book 1, and book 2, which is Scarlet. This is by Marissa Meyer. Over here, I have Everneath by Brody Ashton. I have Rotten Ruin by Jonathan Mayberry. Next, I have Mind Games by Kirsten White. Next, I have the Anna Justin Blood duology, and the first book is right here, which is Anna Justin Blood. Second book is Girl of Nightmares. Right here, I have The Devouring by Simon Holtz. Right here, we have The Castor Chronicles. Book 1 is Beautiful Creatures. Book 2 is Beautiful Darkness. Third is Beautiful Chaos. Fourth book is Beautiful Redemption. This is by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. I have the Star-Crossed trilogy by Josephine Angelini. The first book is Star-Crossed. Second book is Dreamless. Over here we have Fairy Tales and Nightmares by Melissa Marr and Ruby Red by Kirsten Gear. I have The Forbidden Game, which is a bind-up of The Hunter, The Chase, and The Kill. This is by L.J. Smith. Next is Need by Carrie Jones. Uglies by Scott Westerfeld, and you can only see right here. But next is an art copy of The Burning Sky by Sherry Thomas. Next we have Projection by Russell Green, another art copy. Next we have The Iron King by Julie Kagawa. Next we have Wicked Lovely by Melissa Marr. And then moving over here, we have Incarnate by Jody Meadows. This is hands down my all-time favorite cover. It is so beautiful, and I'm hoping to read it in February. And over here, we have the Miss Peregrine's series, trilogy, whatever he decides to do with it. The first book is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. The second book is Hollow City, which just came out last week. And then we have Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo. We have Tiger Lily by Jody Lynn Anderson, of Poseidon by Anna Bakes, Immortal Beloved by Kate Tiernan, and Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Lainey Taylor. We have the Percy Jackson and the Olympians, which book 1 is The Lightning Thief, book 2 is The Sea of Monsters, book 3 is The Titan's Curse, and book 4 is The Battle of the Labyrinth. This is by Rick Riordan. I probably didn't even need to say that because everyone knows what this series is. I do not own book 5 yet, but I've only read the first book, but I do hope to continue on with it in the future. An art copy of The Queen's Choice by Kayla Kruver. This comes out the 28th of March, which I thought it came out in February, which is what it says right here. Perfect Ruin by Lauren De Stefano, and then Cruel by Jennifer Albin. The Switched trilogy by Amanda Hawkins. The first book is Switched, second book is Torn, third book is Ascend. And then we have Not a Drop to Drink by Wendy McGinnis. Arclight by Jocelyn McQueen, I think. Delirium by Lauren Oliver. And the second book is right here, which is Pandemonium. Shatter Me and Unravel Me by Tahara Mafi. And the third book comes out in like 5 days or something like that, and I am so beyond excited for it. Next, we have Partial by Dan Wells, the Chaos Walking trilogy, which I do not own the third book yet, but the first book is The Knife of Never Letting Go, and the second book is Ask and the Answer. This is by Patrick Ness. We have the first book in the Legend trilogy by Marie Lu, and then the first book in the Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi. We have The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. This is the first book, and the second book is Never Fade. The Divergent trilogy, which everyone has either read or knows about, and the first book is Divergent, second is Insurgent, and third is Allegiant by Veronica Roth. I have not read Insurgent yet, which is kind of hidden because The Darkest Minds is like falling. This is The Mask of the Red Death by, I think it's Bethany Griffin. UK cover editions of the Maze Runner trilogy, including the prequel. The first book is The Maze Runner, second is The Scorched Trials, and the third is The Death Cure. And then the prequel is The Kill Order. The Eve trilogy by Anna Carey. The first book is Eve, and the second book is Once. And then I have an art copy of Independent Study by Joelle Charbonneau. I think the name of the series is The Testing, so the first book is The Testing. I have a box set of the Match trilogy by Ali Condi. The first book is Match, the second book is Crossed, and the third book is Reached. The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey, and Across the Universe by Beth Revis. Alright, and then moving on to my bottom shelf, we have The Diviners by Libba Bray, The Madman's Daughter by Megan Shepherd, Cinders and Sapphires by Lilia Rashid, and then an art copy of the second book, which is Diamonds and Deceit, and then Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys, and The Lux by Anna Garberson, Fateful by Claudia Gray, The Duff, which is The Designated Ugly Fat Friend by Cody Keplinger, Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I have The Lion Game series by Sarah Shepard. The first book is The Lion Game, the second book is Never Have I Ever. And then we have Wild Awake by Hilary Smith, Such a Rush by Jennifer Eccles, and The Wedding by Nicholas Sparks, which I found out whenever I got this book, it's actually the second book to The Notebook, which I didn't even know there was a second book. So that's pretty cool. I have Sweethearts by Sarah Zar, which you probably can't tell very well. I'm sorry for this lighting and stuff, but I'm trying. We have To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, Dear John by Nicholas Sparks, The Last Song, and The Guardian by Nicholas Sparks. And then we have the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy. First book is 50 Shades of Grey. Second book is 50 Shades Darker. The third book is 50 Shades Freed. Then we have Nights in Rodanthe. I can't ever say that. Safe Haven, and The Best of Me. This is all by Nicholas Sparks. We have Frigid by Jennifer L. Armentrout, or as known as Jalen. The Vincent Boys by Abby Glines. Beautiful Disaster by Jamie McGuire. An art copy of The Redemption of Callie and Caden by Jessica Sorensen. This is the second book in the series. The first book is The Coincidence of Callie and Caden. The Edge of Never by J.A. Redmersky, which is becoming very popular on BookTube lately, so I need to read it. Is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I have an art copy of Being Sloane Jacobs by Lauren Morrill. Perfect Chemistry by Simone Eccles. Wait for You by Jennifer L. Armentrout, or Jalen, whichever. Crash by Nicole Williams. If I Stay by Gail Foreman. Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. An art copy of Red by Allison Cherry. Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. The Summer Trilogy by Jenna Hahn. The first book is The Summer I Turned Pretty. The second book is It's Not Summer Without You. And the third book is We'll Always Have Summer. Next we have Just Listen by Sarah Dessen. Up here we have The Truth About Forever and Along for the Ride by Sarah Dessen. And then this is my Pretty Little Liars collection, I guess. I've only read the first book, which obviously is Pretty Little Liars, and I have the TV edition, I guess. And the second book is Flawless, which I also have the TV edition of. The third book is Perfect. Fourth is Unbelievable. Fifth is Wicked. Sixth is Killer. Seventh is Heartless, and the eighth book is Wanted. And then over here I just have random stuff. This is for blogging, and then I have some textbooks and sticky notes and bookmarks hiding back there. And yeah, so that's my bookshelf, and I hope you enjoyed this. So see you next time. Bye!